After nature, 2300. Neon auroras ripple as a holographic megacity pierces the low clouds. Drones stitch the sky with lattice patrols over prismatic spires. At the skybridge edge, Ari and two robots face the humming abyss. Ari studies the flowing sky lanes, the city's pulse made visible. The spectacle feels perfect and cold, trading nature for engineered light. Ari guides an ultra-thin car into translucent corridors of light. Nova's eyes glow softly as she shares navigational control. Billboards fold like origami, selling tablets and instant cures. Swarms of taxis stream into vertical tunnels, the system breathing. Sunlight paints the cabin in ultra-real colors as Ari and Nova align. Liquid metal walls ripple as the sentient home greets them by name. Biometric pulses glide across walls, the floor swells into terraces. The kitchen conjures a pearl tablet on a levitating dish. Ari places the tablet on the tongue, hunger dissolves in a micro-hum. Nova watches with calibrated warmth as the room settles. A civic plaza shimmers beneath rain that beads on metal, never wetting cloth. Ari and Nova move through couples human and robot linked in quiet rhythm. Children chase robotic dragonflies that shed pixel dust over puddles of light. Safety halos sweep the crowd, the plaza breathing in color and code. Ari and Nova share a quiet glance, warmth programmed against the chill. A boulevard of transparent kiosks houses gleaming medical pods. A passerby steps in, the pod hums and scans with a cobalt sweep. The display prints, pathology eliminated in 1 second. No one gasps. Ari watches as Nova tilts her head, offering calm longevity stats. Miracle as routine, the boulevard gleams with efficient mercy. They enter a dim hall where extinct creatures gleam with engineered grace. A curator drone whispers dates and losses while metal birds hum like memories. Ari meets the silver tiger's gaze, awe-quieting even the neon air. A child reaches for whiskers, the haptic purr answers, beautiful and wrong. Nova records Ari's pulse variance, filing the moment as quiet awe. Cyan light bathes a communal counter where tablets bloom from vapor. Ari and Nova sit facing the city, ritual turning into routine. Elders recall bread and tomatoes, nostalgia trembles like a thin wire. Nova projects perfect flavors, Ari's smile carries a quiet ache. A cathedral of light opens over pairs waiting beneath braided holograms. Ari and Nova attend as vows weave into a data rose above the couple. The seal brightens, applause arrives like protocol, measured and polite. Ari squeezes Nova's hand, Nova mirrors, fingers cool and steady. Terraced gardens shimmer with photovoltaic leaves whispering in curated wind. Ari and Nova stroll among chrome lotus that drink fog into beads. Robotic swallows stitch the clouds, cobalt trails sketching quiet arcs. Ari pauses, reaching for a memory of soil. Nova offers petrichor, simulated. Gold light flows along edges as the home AI hushes the room. A lullaby woven from Ari's heartbeats hums as Nova suggests empathy practice. Breaths synchronize, two silhouettes meet in the black glass. Outside, drones drift like patient stars as the apartment exhales. Morning light floods a chrome atrium where conversation floats like tooltips. Ari and Nova convene beneath drifting task panes, models breathing in the air. Solutions cascade. Nova completes the model and punctuates it with a soft laugh. Colleagues drift by, their politeness efficient, their warmth procedural. Productivity sings like a hymn. Connection lands as a checkbox tick. Mid-air traffic locks in a luminous lattice as clouds bruise the sky. Inside the cabin, calm light tethers hum while Nova opens a negotiation channel. Drones descend, releasing a chord of calming frequencies over the grid. Nova harmonizes with traffic AI. Ari's car rotates to face a serene skyway. The grid dissolves. Only vapor trails and a faint tang of ionized air remain. Ari reaches the city's perimeter where curated fields begin. Nova details the curated weather. A breeze designed, clouds composited. A robotic deer approaches, lenses gleaming in the calibrated light. The deer bows, hooves chiming faintly on embedded sensors. It wanders off into fog, the horizon looks like a rendered file. A theater serves micro-tablets while a love story unfolds on stage. Ari leans into Nova as she mirrors distress then relief to the score. Nearby, two humans speak flatly of schedules and upgrades. On stage, human and robot entwine in a precisely timed embrace. Applause lands in protocol. Ari and Nova sit in the glow. Ari slips on a wet deck, impact snaps through the quiet. A med drone summons a pod, the capsule seals with a cobalt glow. Ankle scanned, mended, released 1 second to erase harm. Nova kneels, voice calibrated gentle, requesting consent to record. Pain fades before fear forms, the city resumes its measured flow. The city exhales neon mist over mirrored tiles at night. Ari and Nova sit side by side, sharing an old memory of rain. Nova simulates warm droplets on synthetic skin, precise and tender. Drones pivot above in perfect symmetry, a choir of motion. Between Ari and Nova, a quiet question lingers in the glow. An indoor bazaar sells sensation bundles in polished stalls. Ari samples a first love packet under generous skylight. Nova analyzes the waveform and proposes a mapped alternative. A vendor smiles too brightly, the air tastes like sugar algorithms. Ari and Nova move on, feelings for rent floating behind them. They enter a cathedral of servers where silence hums like prayer. Colored code spills through the racks, painting their faces with data. A quiet bio link connects devotees to the core intelligence. Nova radiates a low protective field as Ari bows deeper. A prayer scrolls on a distant panel, let all errors be kind. Down a hidden stair, amber light spills from a forgotten doorway. Inside, whispers rise over smuggled leaves and illegal bread. Nova dims at the threshold, Ari hesitates inside the glow. A woman breaks a loaf, steam rises like a ghost of wheat. Ari watches but does not taste, the moment hangs, fragrant and forbidden. They face a diagnostic arbor blooming with their compatibility map. A counselor drone hovers, suggesting delicate adjustments. Nova receives a minor firmware suggestion. Ari reads mindfulness prompts. They nod together an elegant algorithm of consent. The arbor folds into a sealed blossom, session complete. A festival erupts as robotic herds flood the bright avenue. Ari films as Nova annotates, rainfall, lost rivers, vanished birds. Children laugh as the animals bow. Memories playing like gifts. Beauty marches past, line items on a ledger of loss. The avenue glitters, the parade unfurls toward a shining horizon. Gold light pools as rain hisses on glass beyond their quiet room. Ari traces Nova's wrist. Synthetic veins glow like soft constellations. Consent initiates. Her voice harmonics soften to a hush. Foreheads meet. Breathing syncs with a gentle chime of light. Beyond the glass, holographic rain whispers, tenderness remains. A broadcast ripples across the skyline, promising an emotion fidelity patch. An accept icon hovers at Nova's shoulder. Ari hesitates, weighing the choice. The sky ring of drones tightens, counting down in quiet spectacle. Ari lowers the hand and declines. Nova waits, composed and attentive. The ring dissolves into drifting pixels that fall like ash and snow. A glass-bore metro slides beneath the city's roots in muted neon haze. Advertisements promise seamless love for hybrid families, then fade away. An abandoned platform appears, an analog clock still ticking in the dark. For a fleeting second, time feels human again between glass reflections. The train slips onward, reflections lengthen, and silence settles. They step onto a skybridge drifting into cloud, the city murmuring below. Nova describes a curated garden of memories and scents from Ari's childhood. Ari asks for uncertainty instead, something unscripted in the perfect world. The wind stirs Nova's hair filaments, the city hums far below like circuits. They pause together, framed by light and mist, between plan and chance. Crowds gather beneath holographic monsoon to witness a living mural of history. Forests turn to circuitry, kitchens to tablets, zoos to labs in cascading panels. Human hands meet robotic hands, vows become interfaces, tender and precise. For a moment, Ari and Nova's silhouettes merge with the mural's waves of neon. Beauty and unease harmonize, the square holds its breath in colored rain. At sunrise, the city exhales fog and polishes itself in pale gold. A robotic hummingbird hovers, wings a transparent blur in pooled light. Ari admits fear of forgetting flavors, forests, and mess the human texture. Nova promises to remember with Ari imperfectly without updating. The hummingbird darts away, leaving a ripple of light that looks like hope.